Yeah, man.
What a guan! I am Michael Marvin Samuels. Watch me cook turmeric curried chicken. Get 1.5 between 2 pounds of chicken parts. Small between medium-sized onion. 1 between 2 stalks scallion. Small stem springtime. 1/4 inch piece ginger with skin. 3 between 5 garlic cloves. 1 between 1.5 tablespoon rosemary flakes. 1 between 1.5 tablespoon parsley flakes. You could use dried or fresh herbs. 3 dried pimento berries. Half Scotch bonnet pepper. 1.5 teaspoon between 1 tablespoon salt. 4 between 5 ounces, which is 1/4 pound, fresh turmeric root. 1 teaspoon distilled any flavored vinegar. Visit JamaicanDinners.com, JamaicanCookings.com. If using fresh herbs, first wash it. Pour enough water into a bowl. Sprinkle several drops of distilled white vinegar in the water. Now put the rosemary in the water. Use your fingers. Wash the rosemary's leaf clean. After that, rinse it with fresh water. Cut off scallion's root and the tip of the leaf that's dying. Remove dying leaves. Wash scallion clean. And then give it a final rinse. Wash the springtime. And then rinse it as well. Remove the stem, wash Scotch bonnet pepper, and then rinse it. Wash the piece ginger, rinse it. If the wash water is too dirty, change it. Next, wash turmeric roots. Use your fingers, rub the skin of the turmeric root clean because we are using the skin as well. Ensure the skin is clean. After that, give the turmeric root a final rinse with fresh water. Cleaned turmeric, put it aside. Throw this dirty water away, and it is best if you rinse the vegetable seasonings on the fresh running water. Next, prepare vegetables. Peel garlic, trim spoilage. Grind garlic to puree or mash it to pulp. Keep all seasonings one place. I am using this plate. Put mashed garlic on the plate. Peel onion. I like to cut the onion in half. It's easier to handle. Remove just the brown leaf. Remember, the first layer of the onion is the strongest. Dice or slice onion. And then put diced onion on the plate. Keep the ingredients separate. Dice scallion. And then put it on the plate. Put the 1/4 inch piece ginger on the plate. Remember, leave the skin. Put the springtime on the plate. Cut half Scotch bonnet pepper and then put it on the plate. Now, remove the rosemary's leaf on the stem. And then use a cooking scissors. Shred rosemary's leaf fine. You could use a coffee grinder instead. Put the herbs on a separate plate. Measure 1 tablespoon, maybe 1 tablespoon and a half shredded rosemary flakes. And then put it on the plate. Keep the herbs on the plate separate. Put 3 between 4 dried pimento berries on the plate with the herbs. Measure 1 between 1.5 tablespoon parsley flakes and then put it on the plate. Measure 1.5 between 1 tablespoon salt and then put it on the plate with the vegetable seasoning. Prepared seasonings. Cover it and then put it aside. Go to the next step. Next, get a small grater like this. If you don't want your fingers to stain, use a food gloves. The turmeric stains, so what I like to do is not use a container or a plate because it's gonna stain it. So I just get a clean bag such as this. You could use a clean piece of paper instead. Just grind the turmeric on something that you want to throw away. No, do like me. Grind turmeric root to pulp or puree. Remain patient. Grind turmeric root with skin to puree or pulp. Leave the skin. Do not peel it. Shredded turmeric, put it aside. Go to the next step. This is how the turmeric will stain your hand. It will fade after 1 between 2 days. By the end of this cooking, mine is fading already. See, look. Next, clean chicken for cooking. Ensure chicken is defrosted. Pour enough water into a bowl. Put the chicken in the water. Now, use a knife. Go between the chicken. Trim excess fat. Use a knife. Go where the bone is. Remove clot, blood. Ensure to remove the chicken's butt and clean that area properly. Ensure to clean the chicken's thigh properly. Trim excess fat. Use a knife. Rub the chicken's skin clean. Use a knife. Trim excess fat. Once you did that, throw away this dirty chicken water and then pour fresh water on it. Sprinkle several drops, 2 between 3 tablespoons of distilled white vinegar on the chicken. Use your fingers, rub the chicken clean. Ensure chicken is cleaned properly. After that, rinse the chicken clean and then put it in a colander. Allow the water to drain. However, if you are in a hurry, do like me. Put the chicken between your palms. To remove the excess water, squeeze it. If you are unsure, do like me. Put the cleaned, prepared chicken into a bowl. Go to the next step. Next, chop 2 inches chicken chunks. Put the chicken's thigh on a chopping board. I am using this chopping mat. Use a sharp knife. Chop chicken chunks. Chop 2 inches chicken chunks. You could use boneless or bone-in chicken. You might need to use something clean to hit the knife to break the bone. Don't do like me. This will hurt your wrist. Only do this if you know that you have a firm, strong wrist. Put chicken chunks into the bowl. Add half the amount of salt on the chicken and then rub the salt on the chicken. Cover it. Put it aside. Go to the next step. In natural cooking, I like to add seasonings twice. Therefore, do like me. Put half of the vegetable seasonings into a separate bowl. Put half of the herbs in the same bowl. Put a medium-sized stew pot or saucepan to heat. Turn on stove's flame. Put the stove's flame gauge on 4 medium-low. Ensure that inside of the pan is dry. If it's not, use a paper towel to dry it. After that, measure 1/4 cup or less cooking oil. I am using coconut oil. Put the piece ginger in the saucepan. Allow the oil to get hot for less than a minute. After the time, add chopped onions in the saucepan. Use a cooking spoon, stir it. Add chopped scallion in the saucepan. And then add the mashed garlic. Use a cooking spoon, stir it. Allow it to saute for a few seconds. The only reason I have this kitchen towel on the stove, I am using it to block the breeze. On the same time, I'm watching it because this is a fire hazard. Do not do this. After between 40 seconds, add the herbs. Add the dried pimento berries in the saucepan. Add mashed turmeric root in the pan. Use a cooking spoon, stir it few times. Immediately after that, add prepped, cleaned chicken chunks in the saucepan as well. Now use a cooking spoon, stir it well. Ensure to stir it properly. Coat the chicken chunks with turmeric mash and seasonings. Add peace pepper in the saucepan. Add remaining salt in the pot. Measure and then add 1 teaspoon or less distilled white vinegar. You could use any flavored vinegar. Stir it few times. Now, without delay, measure 2 cups water and then add it in the saucepan. Now use a cooking spoon. Stir all these ingredients well. Keep peace pepper on top. From time to time, keep your eyes on the pepper. Use the saucepan's lid. Cover it properly. Ensure the pot is covered fully. The stove's gauge is on 4, medium-low, allow. After 10 minutes, this is the turmeric curried stew. Now use a cooking spoon. Stir it. Stir the bottom to the top few times. From time to time, keep your eyes on the pepper. And then cover it properly. Allow. After 15 minutes, add seasonings from container number 2. Stir it. Watch the peace pepper. Keep peace pepper on top. Use the pan's lid, cover it. Allow. Stove gauge is on 4, allow. After 5 minutes more, it's really 10 minutes more, a total of 20 minutes, no. You could turn off the stove and then allow it to stay for 1 hour before you continue cooking. The reason why I do this is because I want the mashed turmeric to dissolve in the stew properly. However, it's not necessary. You could just continue cooking. After 1 hour, this is the stew. Continue cooking. Turn the stove's flame gauge on 4, medium low. Use a cooking spoon, look at it, stir it, and then look at it. Keep pot or pan covered within the time. I only opened it so that you could see the progress. So remove peace pepper. Cover it. Allow. After 5 minutes more, a total of 25 minutes, this is the stew. The aroma smells good. It smells like delicious curry. Use a cooking spoon, stir it. Use the pan's lid, cover it properly. Allow. After 5 minutes more, a total of 35 minutes, this is the stew. Use a cooking spoon to feel if the stew is sticking to the pot's bottom. It's not ready. Cover it. After 5 minutes more, a total of 40 minutes, this is the stew. Use a cooking spoon, stir it. You can see the turmeric curried chicken stew. It is thickening. After 5 minutes more, a total of 45 minutes. You saw that? You see how the stew is sticking to the pot bottom? That's what you want. Use a cooking spoon, stir it, cover it. Let it cook for between 2 minutes more. After 1 minute more, this is it. Use a cooking spoon, stir it. This is what you want. The stew is thickening up. Cover it. Allow. I'm gonna let it stay for 1 more minute. After a minute more, a total of 2 minutes more, stir it. This is what you want. To spruce the flavor, you could add 1 tablespoon of butter. Add it 10 minutes near to the end. Look at this color. Look how the color looks beautiful. It's finished. Turn off stove. Use the pan's lid. Cover it until serving. Before serving, use a cooking spoon. Stir the stew. Moist up the chicken chunks with turmeric curried stew. I am taking a scoop of this turmeric curried stew to put on a plate of rice. This is turmeric curried chicken. Visit JamaicanDinners.com. Visit JamaicanCookings.com. You should try making curried chicken this way. Use the fresh turmeric root. You will enjoy the flavor. It's awesome. Turmeric curried chicken. These modern curry powder that's on the market is not so flavorful at all. No matter how you cook it, you're just not getting that original curried flavor that we used to, that I am used to. Why use curry powder when you can use turmeric root? The flavor is better and the flavor is pure and natural. This fresh turmeric curried chicken has real natural flavor. This is a flavor without preservative. The flavor is clean and pure. For a different dinner idea, you could add between 2 tablespoons of coconut milk powder. Add it 15 minutes near to the end. You could add 1 tablespoon of butter. However, if It's not necessary. If you follow this cooking method, you won't need butter. I am not tasting the flavor of the turmeric root in this stew. The flavor of the stew is curry. If you do not want to use herbs, you could use a tablespoon between 2 tablespoons of all-purpose powdered seasoning instead. To grind the turmeric to puree might be labor intense for some. You could use a glass blender instead. Just add 2 cups water or 1 cup of water and then add the turmeric in the water, blend it, and then you just throw or pour everything in the pot or pan. You could use the smallest holes on the large grater instead. To get a rich curry sauce, you could use 1 ounce between 2 ounces more turmeric root. The flavor will only be richer. Next time, add diced carrot or diced Irish potato. After you eat this turmeric curried chicken, I am sure you're gonna heal something in your body. To preserve this turmeric curried chicken, put it in the refrigerator for no more than 2 days. However, you could freeze it for 6 months or longer. Excuse me, Megan, what good?
Yeah, man.
And sorry, the brands them out there. All of the brands them out there using this same exporter, China. So it's like every different company is using the exact same curry powder. So it's not like they're different, they're all the same. And I mean it, they are all the exact same curry powder from the exact same curry powder exporter. One time we used to get curry straight from India. The curry powders on the market right now is not Indian curry. The color is not, whatever. Curry powder is not made in Jamaica.